All right, so when we last left off, okay, shout out to everybody, man, that did that, man. Y'all did that, man. So the last time we was together, gang, let's do a little recap. So when we was last together, we saw that boy Alalu. Y'all remember Alalu? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Alalu. If you remember Alalu, all right, oh, freaky Alalu Jakes. Mr. Alalu Jakes. Mr. Come here, new, let me swallow you up in your time of need. Okay, so if we remember, Alalu did a heinous act, right? And bit off the private parts and bit off the private parts of Anu, right? And caused him great pain and discomfort. As a result, Alalu was sentenced to exile. Okay, they wanted to kill him right there on the spot, but they sentenced him to be exiled. They chose to exile him on a planet that they had picked to build a way station on, right? So they say, we want to build a way station on the moon. We want to build one on Mars. And they decided that on Mars is where he would be exiled. Okay? With Alalu stayed Anzu. Anzu took on the task of staying with Alalu to his death. And as a result of this, he was told by Anu that he would be treated as that he was told by Anu that he would be treated as a hero for doing so, right? For staying with Alalu until he died. Because Alalu was still a king. He was still a former king on Nibiru. So, it's kind of like being a former president, right? No matter how shitty you are, you're still respected for holding that position. Okay, so Anzu decided to stay with Alalu till he died, and that's exactly what happened. Anu promised Anzu that if he was still alive when they come back to Earth, right? Remember, Anu was headed back to Nibiru to heal his wounds.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities for more customization, more time, and more growth. Speed up your website copy with an AI text generator that delivers I
don't know what was going on. Anyway, sorry about that. So Anu was on his way back to Nibiru to heal his wounds, but also to replenish the mission. Okay, so we got to remember that. When Anu came to the Earth, he set up he basically organized who's going to run what? Who's going to be in control? He gave Enlil the Eden, okay? The Garden of Eden that we call the Garden of Eden. He gave Enlil that, okay? So like we said in last class, Enlil is the god of the Garden of Eden, okay? He gave Enki the Abzu, okay? He gave Enki the Abzu, okay? The Abzu is Africa, okay? They call it the lower Abzu and the upper Abzu. The upper Abzu is the middle to northern parts of Africa. The lower Abzu is the middle to lower parts, all the way down to South Africa, okay? Enki wanted to be in the Eden, though. The Eden was very nice, breezy. It was very fruitful, right? It was just a beautiful location. Okay, so Enki wanted to build his laboratory there and just chill out, but Anu decided to put Enki in the Abzu, and the Abzu was very hot, just like Africa is today. It is very, very hot. All right. So these were some of the things that he had to deal with. These were some of the things that, he cried about it. We also saw that Enki was upset. This was one of the, and I want y'all to know this. You're going to see many times that Enki goes through these periods where he's mistreated, okay? Enki is a friend of ours, guys, okay? I want y'all to know that. If you want to know who's who, Enki is a friend of ours, okay? Enlil, not so much. Marduk, not at all, okay? But as we go along, we're going to get more familiar with the characters, okay? So right now, you got Enki, you got Enlil, and then you got their workers. I want y'all to understand the dichotomy of what we got going on. You got Enki and Enlil, the two CEOs. They represent the CEOs of Anunnaki Inc. Okay? And then under them, you got Anzu, Alagar. All right? You got the people that you got all the people that work under the Anunnaki High Council. Okay? So Enki and Enlil are the two main characters at this point. Yeah, definitely Enki definitely genetically altered us in him and his son Ningazita, Thoth. Somebody else that we're going to learn to have great respect for. Thoth is a leader for us as well, a spiritual leader for us. You're getting ready to meet Thoth. You're getting ready to meet, his real name is Ningazita. Thoth is the name that was developed later, but his real true name is Ningazita. We're getting ready to meet some of these characters, okay? So now we are at the point where the Anunnaki have returned from the Biru. They stopped on Mars. They saw that Anzu was dead. Okay, so that's another thing. Anzu had actually died. Because you got to remember, guys, he had been there for like a shar or so, right? Somebody show Samuel Lambert, whoever that is. Can you show this person the door? They just must be in the wrong place. They must have stumbled in the wrong room. Show that person the door. So they were on their way back when they stopped to check on Anzu. Anzu was dead. So in that part, you got a chance to see the ability of Anunnaki medicine and technology. They brought that man back to life. Y'all remember that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember when they used the emitter, when they used the pulsar, right, to bring him back to life. And they gave him the water of life and the fruit of life and was able to revive him. Okay, so guys, the Anunnaki got this ability. It's not magic. It's their technology. It's their medicine and their technology. You can be brought back from the death under certain circumstances. What's up, 550? I ain't even know my boy 550 wasn't in the building. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. So you all good, my brother. Do your thing, man. Be safe, man. Be safe. So you got to see the Anunnaki revive someone from death, okay? And that's real. You're going to see them do this. You're going to see them do this a couple times, okay? It's a lot that's going to be coming out, guys. We are still very early into this information, all right? Get it in, Big Dream and Shouty. Get it in. I was in there earlier, baby. Get it in, my brother. Shout out to Big Dreaming, okay? So you're gonna see them do this a couple times. And what I need y'all to do is when we see stuff like this, don't be thinking with your human mind. Don't be thinking with your earth mind. Because anytime we see somebody do something that we consider impossible, we're always looking at it through a human's perspective, through our perspective. Just because we don't have the ability to do these things don't mean they don't. They do. They are older than us. They're more advanced than us spiritually and technologically. Don't never lose sight of that. These are 4-dimensional beings. We are 3-dimensional beings. By the time we get to the end of this story, they'll be 5D. There'll be 5D beings. Right? Especially Thoth. Thoth will be ascended into the 5th dimension by the time we get to the end of this information. Okay? So these beings are different than us, guys. They are different. They are human like us, but they have more abilities. They are more spiritually evolved, more technically evolved than we are. Okay? So they bring Anzu back to life. They ask Anzu, so whatever happened with Alalu? Anzu says, man, we got here 2 days after we got here. That dick was hurting his stomach. That dick was flipping in his stomach. So he tried to belch it up. He tried to belch it back up. So, you know what I'm saying? 2 days, Alalu said 2 days after they got there, the man started screaming bloody murder. And he died. Just like Enki said. Enki said that that reptilian penis in his belly was going to kill him. And it happened just the way Enki explained. Okay? So Alalu died 2 days after them arriving on Mars. And Anzu buried him. Well, Anzu put his body in a cave. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. For doing that. That's exactly what he did. So, Anzu put Alalu's body in a cave and covered the cave up with stones. Okay? Now, the cave that he put Alalu in was a big, huge, mountainous rock. It wasn't a full mountain. It was one big, huge pillar of rock that was jutting out from the land. Okay? When Ninmah, y'all remember Ninmah? We were introduced to the Anunnaki nurse, to the lead Anunnaki nurse. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Ninmah. Okay, that's her name now. Later, they're going to give her the name Ninhursag. But right now, her name is Ninmah. She's the lead Anunnaki nurse. And she is also the sister of Enki and Enlil. She's a half-sister to Enki and Enlil. Okay? So y'all got to remember that now, right? Now they are sending the, hey, let me get a, if we, like I say, man, I don't mind folks being in here, man. Make sure you're showing some love to the live. If you're not a course member and you in the building, make sure you're showing some love to the live. All right? That's all I ask. And please understand that we got rules in this room, okay? We got rules in the room, so just make sure you be cool. If you're going to be in here, make sure you're showing some love to the live. Make sure you following the rules, okay? So anyway, this is Enki and Enlil's half-sister, right? She is bringing a team of nurses with her, okay? This is all the reinforcements. They're sending all the reinforcements back to build this gold mining operation. So we got nurses coming. Right? That's going to be good to help the men with their health. And also good to help the men get a little piece of that. You know what I mean, okay? So we got the women on the way. We got the nurses on the way. We got new equipment on the way. We got new helpers, new workers on the way. Everything they need to get it going, okay? So y'all can kind of see that this is a business, right? That they're setting up shop to do business. I've been trying to tell folks this, man. Folks getting this Anunnaki story wrong. This is a business story. And their business led to them genetically altering us. That's what you're going to see. This is a business story, a corporation story. Okay? So, they stop by Mars to pick up Anzu. Anzu tells them what happened to Alalu. They say, I want to go see the body. So Alalu takes them to go see the body. It's in the cave, just like he said, right? And at that time, they decide to speak some good words over Alalu because, like I told you, still a king from the Biru, okay? So they say, you know, for the first time ever, a king from the Biru would die in another place, not in the Biru, okay? Will be buried in another place, not in the Biru. So they spoke some good words of Alalu, and they decided to give him a proper burial. Okay? Now, they wasn't done. They did one more thing to honor Alalu. What did they do to honor Alalu, guys? Did y'all remember? Did y'all remember what they did? Talk to me. Let me see who was paying attention. What did they do to honor Alalu on Mars? What did they do to honor Alalu on Mars? There you go. There you go. That's your face on Mars, gang. There you go right there. And then they explained it. Come on now. Shout out to the family. Yeah, that's good job, gang. I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay. Now look, watch this. Listen to how they explained it. They talked about the big old rock that was jutting out of the land. They say, we took out the lasers and we carved a face and we made a helmet and we left his face open. Now, let me ask y'all something, man. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but we read this information that come from the Sumerian tablets. I told y'all these tablets 3,600 years older than the oldest Bible. They older than that, but that's just a carbon dated accepted age for these tablets, this version of the tablets, okay? 3,600 years older than the Bible. So let's just go with that. Fuck the fact that it's about a story 450,000 years old. Who in the fuck would know about a face being on Mars 3,600 years ago? Ask yourself that. Guys, y'all remember I showed y'all that Harvard did translations. I showed y'all all the men of archaeology that did translations. I showed y'all that Harvard did translations. Many institutions did translations. So ain't nobody came out and said that this Anunnaki story is fake. Nobody. So I'm going to ask y'all, who in the hell would have known about a face being on Mars 5,500 years ago? Only the one. Come on, J2. Come on with it. So you got to understand, guys. You got to understand what we read, man. This is a diary. This is the beauty. This is the beautiful thing about this. If you to walk through your life trying to figure out how the hell the world came to be what it is, how did society become to be what it is, how did civilization become to be what it is, you have never ever been given a book that tells the story. They left a fucking diary. There's the real diary, and then there's the translated, diluted information that they give y'all. See, they give y'all this diluted ass Bible, and they tell you this the word of God, and this the truth about man, and all that. But then when you read the Bible, it leave you with 1,000 questions, right? You say God created Adam and Eve, but then what color was Adam and Eve? Because that's important. If Adam and Eve was white, how do we get black folks? Because 2 white people can't make a black person. So that don't line up with science. But we know 2 black people can make white. Yeah, these folks told us Adam and Eve was white, but we know Adam and Eve, the story takes place in Africa. We don't know of any indigenous tribes that come from Africa. We've never seen an indigenous tribe that come out of the jungles of Africa, not ever. So none of that adds up with the science, with what the science say, with the facts, with what we see. So we can't go with the biblical version. We can't go with that. We got to throw that shit away. We're more intelligent now. We're more wiser now. So we know it's more to the story. It's more to it. And that more is this. We reading the diary, guys. We reading the diary of what took place to create the earth that we know today. This is the story. It's the true story. Okay? So let's begin, guys. Let's get this thing going. We got our Anunnaki brothers on their way. Our Anunnaki brothers on their way to Earth to bring some more supplies. And this is where the shit begins, all right? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Guys, if you in here hanging out with us, just know that this is a private course. We don't let folks hang out in here with us, okay? We usually block people out. Don't interrupt the teaching. Don't interrupt the information. If you be a pest, we're going to remove you from the live. I'm the only professor in here. I'm the professor of this information. If you already know this information, whoop-dee, good for you, okay? If you already know this information, you should have been out there teaching this information, okay? These people in here to be taught this information. I am one of two people who can teach this information on this level, okay? And I don't give a damn what you say. It's me and it's Billy Carson. If you get it from Billy, you're going to get the watered down version. Billy ain't going to tell you that the black folks was first. Billy ain't going to, it's a lot of things Billy ain't going to tell you. Up in here, you're going to get the truth. Because I'm not in here to shame white folks. I'm in here to just tell the truth. Not trying to shame no other group of people. I'm just telling the truth, okay? Black folks was the first in modern civilization. This story validates that, okay? So we're going to get there. All right. Now, like I said, if you're in the building with us, if you're not a course member and you want to be a course member, your opportunity may be here today. If you decide that you want to join our family and be a part of these readings and his teachings, then you need to tap in properly. Okay. You need to sign up for the course. You need to pay the course fee. And then we're going to bring you in properly, just like all these people. All these people paid to be a part of this, okay? Please don't interrupt the course. Please don't try to worry me with a whole bunch of fun facts. I just need to teach my folks, okay? Trey Dub, send me a message, man. All you got to do is message the account. Tell me, hey, Chief, I want to join the course, and I'll send you the information to do so, all right? Now, I'm going to say this one more time. My people know why they tapped into this. So for all the baby brains that like to say, oh, you can just go buy the book. My people know that this is way better than the book. Because with the book don't explain nothing to you. In Chief's course, you get the full explanation. Everything gets explained. Everything gets put in context. Do y'all understand that? That's what we're doing. This is a three-dimensional book. It's a three-dimensional book that you get in here. All right? So let's ride. Somebody show Nami the dough. You in the wrong place. Somebody show Nami the dough. We don't have no time for ignorance. If you don't know what time it is, somebody show Nami the dough. I don't know exactly what you're trying to say, but we definitely ain't got no time for it. Here we go. Let's roll. From the planet Mars, the chariot departed. Toward Earth, the journey, it continued. Around the moon, they made circuits. A way station thereon to explore. Around the Earth, they made circuits. Toward a splashdown, slowing. In the waters beside Eridu, did Nungal, the chariot, bring down. To a quay by Enlil constructed, they stepped off. Boats were no longer needed. A quay is a dock. Okay? A quay is a dock. Enlil built a quay. You remember Anu say, man, build something so we ain't got to land in this water. Okay? So he built a dock. So when they land, they can land in the water and they can walk off on the dock. Okay? To a quay by Enlil constructed, they stepped off. Enlil and Enki, their sister, with embraces greeted. With Nungal, the pilot, they locked arms. The heroes, male and female, by present heroes, were greeted with shouts. All that the chariot had brought was quickly unloaded. So it's one big celebration. Everybody, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, buddy, okay, yeah. Rocket ships and sky ships, in the tools by Enki design, in all provisions of all kind. Of all that on Nibiru transpired, of the death and burying of Alalu, Ninmah told her brothers. Of the way station on Mars, and the commanding by Anzu, she related to them. Enki of that uttered approval. Enlil, words of bewilderment uttered. This is Anu's decision. His word is unalterable. Ninmah to Enlil was saying. For the maladies relief I have brought. Ninmah to her brother said. When she says maladies relief, those are for the ailments. Okay? She says she has brought relief for the ailments, for all those who are getting sick. From her pouch, a bag of seeds she brought out. Seeds in the soil to be sown. That's very important. Y'all heard that? From her pouch, she pulled out a bag of seeds. So that tells you that they brought seeds from the Nibiru to plant on earth. Wait till you find out what from the Nibiru, what fruits that we eat come from the Nibiru. There's a couple fruits down here that we enjoy that come from the Nibiru. One very popular fruit, biblical. Okay, we're gonna get there. Yeah. A host of bushes from the seeds shall sprout. A juicy fruit they will produce. Y'all heard that? Let me read it one more time. Listen. A host of bushes from the seeds shall sprout. So whatever this is, it grows in bushes, it goes in bunches. A juicy fruit they will produce. The juice and elixir shall form. For drinking by the heroes, it shall be good. I'm going to read that one more time, see if we can make a good guess. The juice and elixir shall form. Drinking by the heroes, it shall be good. Their ailments it will chase away. Happier their mood it shall make. Did you hear that? Come on now. Look at that. Look at my returning students. I know y'all know. All right, gang. I know my returning students know. Yes, I'm grapes. Now watch this. Y'all ready for the cool part? In the Bible, we get a lot of talk of wine in the Bible, right? There's a lot of talk of wine in the Bible about Jesus turning water into wine, right? So we know wine was definitely the drink of choice, right? But we tend to think that these things just grow naturally. Like, oh yeah, we take it for granted. But it's when you get this information, you realize, man, this makes sense. That they would bring some seeds from their planet. Like everything on this planet don't come from the Nibiru, but some things do come from the Nibiru. Okay? They said that this elixir, listen to this. The juice and elixir shall form. For drinking by the heroes, it shall be good. Okay? Listen to this. Their ailments it will chase away. Happier their mood it will make. You know why it's going to make them happy? Because they're going to be full of their oil. They're going to be ready to turn up. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be full of that oil. Okay? All right. So there we go. That's just a little tidbit. That's just a little tidbit. Okay? We don't allow folks to be in here if you're not a course member, guys. You need to make sure you join the course. If you want to be in here with us, you need to make sure you join the course. You need to make sure you message me, say, hey, Chief, I want to join. Our course is not free. It costs money to join the course, okay? So if this is going to be something you got a problem with, don't waste my time, all right? If you want to join the course, make sure you tap in. We don't allow any and everybody to be in here. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. So make sure you message me if you want to join. In a cool place, the seeds need to be sown. By warmth and water, they need nourishing. So did Ninmah to her brother say, the place that for this is perfect, I will show to you, Enlil said to her. It is where the landing place was fashioned, where an abode of cedar wood I have made. In Enlil's skyship, the two of them, Enlil and Ninmah, soared skyward. To the landing place in the snow-covered mountains by the cedar forest, brother and sister went. On the great stone platform, the skyship landed. To Enlil's abode they went. So y'all remember what the landing place is, right? Remember I showed y'all Baalbek in Lebanon? That's the landing place, okay? Enlil built his home next to the landing place up in the mountains, okay? Another thing y'all need to remember too is, I told y'all, Ninmah was in a relationship with Enki. Ninmah cheated on Enki with Enlil. Okay? She came between her brothers. These her brothers. You know how the Anunnaki get down. They big on that sister fucking and brother fucking. And that's their business. That's their business. Okay? Half brother, whatever you want to call it. Half brother, half sister. That's their business. But Enki used to be in a relationship with Ninmah, and she cheated on my boy with his brother. As Nibiru turns. Now y'all think that Enlil was telling Ninmah. Now watch this. Let me go back and read that again so y'all can understand why Enlil was telling her to come with him. I'm gonna read that again. To the landing place in the snow-covered mountains by the cedar forest, brother and sister went. On the great stone platform, the skyship landed. To Enlil's abode they went. Now, soon as Ninmah talked about planting this fruit, Enlil jumped up talking about, hey, I got the perfect place. I got the perfect place for you to bury it. Come to my house. What that sound like? What that sound like to y'all? Huh? Yeah, I got the perfect place to hide him. I got a perfect place to bury him. Come to my house. What that sound like to y'all? What that sound like to y'all? Let me show y'all where to bury him at. Come to my house. Enlil trying to get his freak on, man. Enlil trying to get his freak on, man. Enlil told that woman, hey, baby, I got a place. Come to my house, okay? So listen, check it out. Once inside, Enlil embraced her. With fervor, he kissed Ninmah. Try to tell you. Oh, my sister, my beloved, Enlil to her whispered. By her loins, he grabbed her. Into her womb, his semen he did not pour. Did not tell y'all this was an erotic novel, man? I didn't tell y'all that. Somebody show Xander Stone the door. Man, get the fuck out of my room, you weirdo. We don't even know who you is. Matter of fact, bro, if you're not supposed to be here, if you're not a member, we got to remove. I don't know who these weirdos is. Xander Stone, show this weirdo the door. Get the fuck out of my room. Weirdo ass nigga. Ain't nobody ask you nothing. Did I tell y'all this was a bit of an erotic novel? We do the real Anunnaki story in here. They do the fake one out there. They do the fake one that's all about the Anunnaki being some monsters and spaceships. No, the Anunnaki were human. The Anunnaki was fucking each other. The Anunnaki was getting drunk. The Anunnaki was fighting each other. The Anunnaki was doing every damn thing that we do. When one of the Anunnaki men saw one of the Anunnaki women looking good, they say, damn. Come on, let your boy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the beauty in this story. The beauty in this story is that it's a human story. That's the beauty in it. So when you hear Enlil, he see his old flame, which is his half sister. She done popped up on the earth. Enlil been down this bitch for about at least 10,000 years at this point. He probably ain't had a piece of ass and a grip. So he see his sister, and the first thing he thinking is about, ooh, I'm finna stretch that out. That is nasty. My boy seen his sister. That's some nasty work right there. Ooh, is that my sister? With them little old tight Anunnaki shorts on? Ooh, wee. Trying to tell you, man, he Enlil, man. So yeah, it's gonna turn into a bit of an erotic novel, okay? It's a soap opera / erotic novel / greatest adventure ever told, okay? Oh, my sister, my beloved, Enlil to her whispered. By her loins, he grabbed her. See, just like Trump. He just like Trump. This is where Trump get it from. Got to grab her right by the coochie. Right by the coochie. You know what I'm saying? That ain't get it from. Trump get it from the Anunnaki, man. By her loins, he grabbed her. Into her womb, he did not pour his semen. Of our son, Ninurta, word I bring to you. Ninma to him said to him softly. So they got a child together. Okay? There's a reason he didn't pour his semen into her. Okay? I ain't trying to pour my semen into my wife no more. I don't want another goddamn child running around here. But the Anunnaki like to pour their semen into the woman. I don't know what's going on. What that boy got to be pouring it in. But anyway, they already got a child together. Okay? They got a son. Their son name is Ninurta. Please write that down. Ninurta is another very important character. Ninurta. 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 Okay? Ninurta, yeah. Okay? Ninurta is the son of Enlil and Ninma. This is the son that they had when she cheated on Enki. So she cheated on my boy Enki, man. Lord have mercy, man. Pray for old Enki, man. Enki, man. Enki be getting screwed over, man. Enki one of them good guys that finished last, man. He one of them good guys that finished last, okay? So she cheated on my boy. Talking about my boy was boring. You know, Enki about that knowledge. Tried to say my boy was boring, and Enlil, you know, Enlil like to be sliding the blocks, and Enlil was a little bit of a gangster. So he excited her. Okay? I'm trying to tell you how it worked. But Ninurta is their son. It's a very important character, so put a star beside his name as well. Of our son, Ninurta, word I bring you. Ninma to him said softly. A young prince he is. Ready for adventure he is. Ready to join you on earth he is prepared. If you are to stay here, let us bring our son Ninurta over. To the landing place, heroes were arriving. Rocket ships by sky ships to the platform they carried. From the pouch of Ninma the seeds were obtained. In the valley soil they were sown. A fruit from Nibiru on earth to be grown. In the sky ship, Enlil and Ninma to Eridu returned. On the way, Enlil to her showed the landscape. The Edean's extent to her he showed. From the skies, Enlil to her explained his plans. An everlasting plan I have designed. To her, he was saying, that which for all time construction I have laid out. Away from Eridu, where dry land begins, my quarters shall be. Larsa will be its name, a place for directing it shall become. On the banks of the Baronu, the river of deep waters, will it be located. A twin thereof of a city in the future, Lagash, shall arise. Between the two on the plans a line I have drawn. 60 leagues thereafter, a healing city shall come into being. A healing city is basically like a hospital, okay? He says after he build his structure, he's going to build a healing center. That's going to be for Ninma. It's going to be a hospital, okay? A city of your own it shall be. The haven city, Sharubak I shall name it. On the centered line it shall be located. To the fourth city, it shall be leading. I want to share something with y'all right quick. Have y'all heard about the thing that they're building over in the Middle East called the Line? Put a one in the chat if you know about that new structure that I think it's like supposed to be like almost like 300 miles long. It's a city that they're building called the Line, L-I-N-E. Put a one in the chat if y'all know about that. Okay, if you don't know about the Line, look it up. Look it up tonight. Look up the structure that they're building in the Middle East. It's called the Line. Okay. Now this is supposed to be the next wonder of the world. It's going to be this large city that stretches in one line. All right. So what's remarkable about this is, guys, they found that this line existed in the ancient past. Some archaeologists found over in the Middle East almost the same type of buried structure, this line that exists like for miles, okay? Oh, no, that's not what he was doing. That's not what he was doing. He's just building out. He's structuring his site based upon the Eden. Now, this has nothing to do with ley lines. But what I'm trying to tell you is this structure that they're trying to build, the line, somebody built it thousands and thousands of years ago. Somebody already had this. And we just read who had it. For the first time, I just realized that that's what they were explaining. He was building a city on a line. And all of these structures, you'll have his main structure, and then you'll probably go 2 miles, you'll have another main structure. You'll go another 2 miles, there's another main structure. So he built this line. They did it thousands and thousands of years ago. So when I find that video, I'm going to share that with y'all. But this is just something I just picked up right quick. He says, on the center line, it shall be located. To the fourth city, it shall be leading. So he had this structure. Like I say, you can walk out of his abode, walk down the line, walk to the next structure, and keep going. And you'll keep coming in contact with these structures. On the center line, it shall be located. To the fourth city, it shall be leading. Nabruki, earth's crossing place, I will name it. A bond, heaven, earth, in it I shall establish. The tablet of destinies it shall house. All missions it will control. So this is going to be mission control. Right? This is going to be the mission control center that he's building. The structure that he's building right now is going to house all of their computer systems, their surveillance systems. This is what they call the tablet of destinies. The tablet of destiny is going to give them the ability to operate the entire construction site. They're going to be able to control the power. They're going to be able to control the surveillance. They're going to be able to do everything from this place. Okay? With Eridu, 5 cities there shall be counted. To eternity they shall exist. On a crystal tablet, Enlil to Ninmah, the master plan was showing. On the tablet she saw more markings. Of them she inquired. Beyond the 5 cities, a chariot place I shall build. From the Biru to earth, directly to arrive, Enlil to her was responding. Why, by Anu's plans for Mars, Enlil was bewildered. Ninmah then understood. My brother, magnificent is your plan for the 5 cities. To him, Ninmah was saying, the creation of Sharuppak, a city of healing as my abode for my own to be. Is a matter for which grateful I am. Beyond that plan, do not transgress your father. Your brother, too, do not offend. You are wise as well as beautiful, Enlil said to her. In the Abzu, Enki's plans was also conceiving where to build his house. Appreciate it, Leandrio. Yeah, we don't need all that confusion. These ain't no emerald tablets. Buddy, I don't know what he talking about. These dudes be, goddamn, call himself Yeshua Melchizedek, and he don't know the difference between the emerald tablets and the damn Sumerian tablets. Boy, I would love to see them emerald tablets. Because we see the Sumerian tablets. I wish y'all quit telling me y'all got the emerald tablets and not show them. Let's see them. I don't know how the hell y'all got them. Those say he put them bitches in a UFO under the Egyptian pyramid, so... I mean, I just don't understand. Well, if you got the damn emerald tablets, then you should have the UFO. He said he left them in a spaceship under the pyramids. We all know that there are huge caverns under the pyramids. If you don't know, do your research. If you don't know, do your research. There are huge mountainous-sized caverns under the pyramids. The pyramids if you go under the pyramids, you can go into Shambhala, into the inner earth. You can go to the cities of the inner earth through under the pyramids. So my thing is, if these folks say they got the emerald tablets, then where the fuck is the UFO? Yeah, you don't got the emerald tablets. I know what y'all got. You don't got the emerald tablets. Where for heroes dwellings to prepare, where the bowels of the earth to enter, in his skyship, the extent of the Abzu he measured. Its districts he did carefully survey. So 550 was asking me, were they aligning stuff with ley lines? No, this is just them building a blueprint for how they're going to build their structures. Just like on a construction site, right? When you get to a construction site, you map it out. You figure out what's going to be the best, which angle is the best to build, which land is the best to build on. So this is all that they're doing right now. They're just structuring how their abodes, how their homes, and how their laboratories are going to be laid out. Okay? A distant land the Abzu was. Beyond the waters from the Eden, it was away. A rich land it was, bursting with riches, perfect in fullness. All right, so check this out. We all know Africa is full of minerals, right? They say Africa is paved with the minerals that basically supply the whole world, okay? So listen what they said about Africa. They said a rich land it was, bursting with riches, perfect in fullness. Mighty rivers rushed across the region. Great waters there rapidly flowed. An abode by the flowing waters Enki for himself established. To the midst of the Abzu, to a place of pure waters, Enki betook himself. In the land, the place of deepness, Enki determined for the heroes into the earth's bowels to descend. The earth sputter, Enki there established. There in the earth, a gash to make. They're talking about, remember I told y'all that Enki had that boring machine like Elon Musk. Elon Musk got the boring company that he used to bore his way underground to build the tunnels that he built, things of that nature. Enki got the same machine, except he got it 400,000 years ago, okay? So they getting ready to start going into the earth to start mining for this gold, okay? The earth sputter, Enki established there. Therewith in the earth a gash to make. By way of tunnels, earth's innards to reach, the golden veins to uncover. Nearby that which crunches and that which crushes he emplaced. The gold-bearing ores to crunch and crush by skyships to be carried. To the landing place in the Cedar Mountains to be brought. There from by rocket ships to the way station on Mars to be transported. So he just explained the logistics. He says that we go into the earth, we get the gold. We ship the gold to the landing place in the Cedar Mountains. When you get to the landing place in the Cedar Mountains, they put the gold on the rocket ships, and then they shoot the gold from Earth to the moon, from the moon to Mars, from Mars to Nibiru. That's the logistics, okay? It's a corporation, it's a business. On Earth, more heroes were arriving. Some to the Eden were assigned, some in the Abzu task were given. Larsa and Lagash by Enlil were constructed. I think I got a picture. Let me show y'all a picture of these structures that Enlil built. So let me show y'all this right quick. This is an illustration of these Anunnaki structures, okay? So remember I told y'all he was building on a line? Here go the mission control. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. I think I did that wrong. Hold on. This is the mission control that he built right here, okay? On one side is the Euphrates, on the other side is the Tigris. Remember I told you, if you go another 2 miles, you'll come to the next structure. If you come another 2 miles, you'll go to the next structure and so forth. So this is exactly what Enlil was constructing, okay? And as you can see, they had the river, they had the Tigris and the Euphrates running through one of the cities. So that one of these little cities that they built, they had the Tigris and the Euphrates running right through it. All of them. Shit, they run through all the cities. So just to give you an idea, this is what they're building. This is what Enlil is constructing. This will be mission control. This will be the healing center, Sharubak, and so forth. Of Earth, more heroes were arriving. Some to the Eden were assigned. Some in the Abzu task were given. Larsa and Lagash by Enlil were constructed. That's this right here. I think this is Larsa and this is Lagash. Let me see, because they got the names on them. Larsa and Lagash. Sharubak. Larsa, Lagash, and this is Sharubak. Sharubak for Ninmah did he establish. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. This is Lagash. This is Lagash. This is Larsa. This is Sharubak. This is mission control. In the Bruki, Enlil, a bond heaven earth was assembling. From there, all missions to command. From this place. Between Eridu and the Abzu, Enki was journeying. Back and forth, supervising, he went. On Mars, construction was progressing. Heroes for the way station were also arriving. So we got new heroes We got new heroes arriving in the Eden with Enlil. We got new heroes arriving in the Abzu for Enlil. And we also got new heroes going to Mars with Anzu. Okay? Give me 1 second, gang. All right. Appreciate y'all being patient. Okay, like I say, so we got new workers arriving in all sections. Okay. All right. Keep your mind. Listen, gang. I want y'all to remember these guys that they call in the heroes. These are employees. Okay. They are called heroes because this was a heroic mission to come to the earth to try to get this goal. So they were labeled heroes because they volunteered to be a part of this mission. But these are the employees of the Anunnaki. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand that. As all of these concepts is important. It's important to understand that the Anunnaki are human. It's important to understand that the Anunnaki are setting up a business. This is a corporation, a gold mining corporation. It's important to understand that these heroes are the employees. Because they done lied to y'all, man. I told y'all, these guys, I will not lie to y'all when I tell y'all that I'm at the highest level of this information. I'm telling you right now. It might be hard for some people to understand that, but when I tell you everybody that has taught you this Anunnaki information has taught it wrong, because they didn't go to the deepest levels. They didn't start from the bottom. They didn't research the tablets. They just heard from videos. And they came out and tried to talk to people about this stuff. You got to know all of this stuff. Because if you don't know all of this, shit, then you're going to be walking around here talking about fallen angels and all that dumb shit. They got folks out here talking about, yeah, they was the fallen angels. No, they wasn't. They wasn't never no angels. These niggas was human. These niggas came here on a ship. These niggas came here on a ship. They were not human. If you so-called angels or archons, they don't need a mode of travel. They can just appear. Okay? So no, we're not dealing with no angels. We're not dealing with no gods. But you think they are the gods. You've been trained. This is the brainwashing you received on earth. When you were born into this world, they gave you this concept, this idea of God. They gave you this idea of God's system involving angels. They gave you this creation story. All of this shit that they gave you was not taught authentically. And this is what I'm trying to fix, okay? So here we go. Let's get back to it. A shard, 2 shards were the preparations lasting. Then Anu gave the word. And while I'm waiting on the next one to load up, guys, The Eden would have been right here. Let me show y'all something. Follow my finger if you can. We're going to come all the way here. This is where the Eden, right where my finger at, that's where the Garden of Eden was located. It wasn't nothing but a tropical oasis, a beach with a tropical oasis. That's all it was, a fruit orchard. Wasn't magical. We're going to get to all that, though. On earth, the seventh day, it was a day of resting by Enki decreed in the beginning. Right? It was a day of resting decreed by who? Thought y'all say it was the good Lord. Oh, that is the good Lord. Where do you find out the term Lord is a royal title? Like y'all be around here talking about, oh, I praise the Lord. When you say praise the Lord, all you saying is praise a member of the royal house. A lord and a lady. Lords and ladies. Look these terms up, guys. These are not God terms, okay? God ain't come down here and say, hey, call me God or call me Lord. So where you get it from? When did God tell y'all to call him God? When did he tell y'all to call him Lord? So where does it come from? You gonna find out? Look it up, guys. Lord is a royal term. It identifies a nobleman or a member of a royal family. You can be the lord of a household. You can be the lady of a household. That's where that term comes from. So when you hear them say the Lord Enki, it's because Enki is a royal member of the Anunnaki, the house of On. He's a royal member of the house of On. That is why he's called Lord Enki, Lord Enlil. Okay, we'll get there. Just remember, guys, your Bible don't predate them. They predate your Bible. At every place, the heroes were assembled. A message from Anu, from the Biru, they overheard. So they gathered everybody around. They gathered everybody to a meeting. They having a company meeting, okay? Our first company meeting. They got everybody gathered around and they got the loudspeaker set up and they're about to beam Anu's voice from the Biru. Remember, they got a whole different level of messaging and Wi-Fi. These motherfuckers is able to communicate from planet to planet. Okay, we can't even get a couple bars up in the boonies. These motherfuckers able to talk from planet to planet. So they gathered everybody around to hear what Anu has to say on the loudspeaker. Here we go. In the Eden, they were assembled. Enlil was there in command. With him was Ninmah, her host of young ones by her side assembled. Algar, who of Eridu was the master, was there. Abgail, who the landing place commanded, also stood. In the Abzu were heroes assembled. Under the gaze of Enki they stood. With Enki was his vizier Izimud. Okay, vizier is right-hand man. Okay? Izimud is his right-hand man. That's his partner. Okay? So if you want to write that name down, Isimud. Izimud. He is Enki's best friend. That's his right-hand man. All right? Izimud, Nungal, the pilot, was there too. On Mars, the heroes were assembled. With their proud commander, Unzu, they stood. 600 were on Earth. 300 on Mars were gathered. Okay, so this is an important thing. This is like, hey, bring everybody together, man. Company meeting, bring everybody together. Okay? Get the guys on Mars, get them together. The guys in the Eden, the guys in the Abzu, everybody come together. Let's listen. That's what everybody finna gather around to do. Let's listen to what Anu, our king, has to say. In all, there were 900. The words of Anu, the king, they all heard. Heroes of Nibiru, You are the saviors. The fate of all is in your hands. Your success shall for eternity be recorded. By glorious names you shall be called. Those who own earth as Anunnaki will be known. Those who from heaven to earth came. There you go, right there. If you want to know what Anunnaki mean, they just told you. Okay? None of this shit is up for debate. This is their words. This is their words. I'm not going to debate and argue that'll be like you giving me your life story and then I argue with you about your life story. How ridiculous does that got to be? Like if you tell me, hey man, I was born in Arkansas, my mama was this, my daddy was that, I'm going to take your word for it because this is your life story. So we got to take their word for it. When they telling their life story, we got to take their word for it, okay? So here is, if you want to know what the name Anunnaki mean, it means those who own earth are known as Anunnaki. Those who from heaven to earth came. The reason why these niggas walking around here talking about fallen angels, because when they hear those who from heaven to earth came, these dum-dums think they talking about the place, the religious heaven. Because dum-dums think that this place exists. Right? Whatever that exists is not what we think. Whatever that system is after death, it is not what we think. This idea that we know what's going to happen after death. Stop it. Stop it. No one died and came back and told us. Stop it. So when they say those who came from the heaven to earth, they are talking about from the cosmos, those who came from the stars down to the earth. The heavens is the skies, not the pearly gates. The heavens is the skies, period. So those who came from the skies to the earth will be known as Anunnaki. Those who own Mars will be named Igigi. Okay? The ones who are on Mars, the workers on Mars are called Igigi. Not fallen angels. They are called the Igigi. You want to write that down? Go ahead and write it down. That's an important name. The Igigi. Some people say Igigi. Some people say Igigi. I like Igigi because of my sister. Shout out to my sister Gigi. All right? The Igigi. But yeah, write that name down because that's an important name. I-G-I-G-I. The Igigi or the Igigi. Whichever one you want to call them. They were called that, and that name means those who observe and see they shall be. These are the people that they call the Watchers. Have y'all ever heard them talking about extraterrestrials and they say, oh, these are the Watchers? These are who they call the Watchers that observe. Okay? The Igigi were the Watchers. All that is required is ready. Let the gold start coming. Let Nibiru be saved. Now this is the account of Enki and Enlil and Ninmah. Their loves and their spousals and their sons, and by their sons the rivalries. Okay? Offspring of Anu, the three leaders were. By different mothers, they were born. Okay? Enki, Enlil, and Ninmah, all children of Anu, but all three got different mamas. Okay? So, gang, what I want y'all to understand is the reason why the Anunnaki didn't suffer from incest is because you, even though it's not something that I would care for, but you can have a child with a half-sister. If y'all don't have the same mom, you can have a child with a half-sister and it not be, like, you know, mentally challenged or, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna use the R word because they very sensitive about that. Special, okay? We go with that one. So, that's the way that works. Now, These dumbass British royals, when they did it, they didn't do it that way. The British royals were having sex. The brother was having sex with the sister that had the same mama and the same daddy. So we had a lot of these British royals that were like mad. I think King Henry was mad, was messed up in the head because he was incest birth. If y'all ever heard of Nero, the emperor of Rome, Nero was an incestuous birth. Nero killed a lot of people in Rome. I think he burned people alive. He was crazy. He was an incestuous birth. So if you mess with the George III, okay, that's who I want. I think that's who I'm talking about. I said King Henry, but I think it might be George III. Okay. Now you don't know where you get that information about King James. You're wrong. The King James information wrong. Wherever you get that information from, you got to bring me something real. You can't bring me something you heard. So you got to bring me some real evidence about King James. That is not the king. That has never been a part of King James' story. So we're not going with that. And I don't need no help. Please, if you got information, feel free to teach your class. But that has never came across me. So anyway, what I wanted to say is this: Enki, Ninmah, and Enlil, all the same dad, different moms. Okay, so this is why Enlil and Ninmah was able to have a son together. Okay, so now we about to get into what happened with that relationship. We're finna get into what took place between Enki, Enlil, and Ninmah. Okay, Enki was the firstborn son, a concubine of Anu. Okay, a concubine of Anu. My dog, we not in here to talk about Nero, brother. This ain't no conversation on Nero. I mentioned Nero because he was an incestuous birth. I don't need all that old Nero was the Antichrist. We ain't talking about no Antichrist and all that dumb shit up in here. Like, you don't even know what the Antichrist is. Y'all holler about Antichrist and y'all don't even know what the Christ is. Like, don't bring up the Antichrist if you don't even know what the Christ is. If you don't even know what Christ is. You think Christ is a person. Like, don't bring it up to me. If you think Christ is a person, don't even talk to me about Christ because you don't know what you're talking about. Christ is not a person. Christ is a process. Antichrist is being against the process. So anybody that's against you raising your vibration, anybody that's against you activating your chakras, anybody that's against you activating crown consciousness is an antichrist. That's an antichrist. Anybody that's against you. So check this out. This society you live in an antichrist society. That's why they give y'all so much bullshit, the poison. They give you these hot Cheetos, hot Takis. They give y'all the fluoride. They give you all of this shit to keep your vibration down. So you don't achieve Christ consciousness. If you achieve Christ consciousness, you're going to blink them motherfuckers away. That's what I've been trying to teach. I'm trying to get y'all to the point where you understand your power is within. They don't want you to find this shit out. Niggas is out here talking about, man, we need to get guns. No, we don't. You can't outgun these people. You will never be able to beat them with guns. If you want to beat them, brother, I'm not even talking to you no more, brother. I've been stopped addressing you. Calm down. It's cool, homie. I've been stopped addressing you. I told you, I already said what I said. I told you we wasn't talking about no Antichrist. I'm talking about something else now. Come on now, guys. Y'all know how I feel about interrupting my class, man. I told you, man. If you can't respect the fact that this is my class, that I'm the teacher in here, if you can't respect that, bro, go do this shit on your own page. That's all you got to go do. If you got all this game and all this knowledge, it's brothers and sisters that need this knowledge. Go and teach them. Now, if you in here, I assume you in here because you're trying to get some knowledge. If you in here because you want to get some knowledge, sit down and listen. If I don't know something, I'm going to tell you. I will say, I don't know. Okay? So, guys, please, guys, I'm telling y'all, man, no disrespect. Brother, you all good. You good, family. But I don't mean no disrespect to nobody when I say this. Only a very small amount of people got the actual truth about society. That's why I don't like folks coming in here running their mouth. Because they start running their mouth and I know that they ain't did the work. You ain't put in the 18 years. You got to go put in 18 years. Go put in 20 years. I'm talking about really researching. I'm not talking about years of watching videos. We're talking about studying the archaeology, study the civilizations. I study the bones. I study the artifacts. I don't read a bunch of fucking books. I study the civilizations. That's the difference, man. So if you wanna teach me something, bring me some artifacts. Bring me some archaeological records. Don't come in here with no shit you'd have read out of a book. It's a difference. It's a big difference. So let me get back to this, guys. I don't want no more interruptions, because I got to get through this information. Gang, if we get any more interruptions, we just gonna remove them from the live. I'm not finna keep explaining to people who I am and what I do. We're just gonna remove them from the live. Enki was the firstborn son. A concubine of Anu was his mother. Enlil by Antu, the spouse of Anu, was born. The legal heir he thus became. Hey, I wonder, is that Antu? I gotta do my research tonight. But y'all remember the first king of a unified Nibiru, right? Y'all remember who was the first king of a unified Nibiru, right? King An, right? Yeah, King An, A-N, King An. His wife was Antu. That's her name. Now, I don't know how young Antu was. I don't know how young Antu was. A-N, everything with A-N, gang. Everything the Anunnaki do with A-N. An. All right, no, these was names, gang. These were their names, not titles. Those were not titles, big dog. Antu and Anu was not titles. That's what the actual names. So like I say, here we go again. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but those have never been titles. These are their names. Marduk is a name. Ninhursag is a name. These are not titles. These are these people's names. An had a name. His son was Enki. He had a son named Ib. He had a son named Inama. These are not titles, big dog. An was the first king of a unified Nibiru. His wife was Antu. Now, the reason I stop is because when they say Anu's wife, Enlil's mother, was Antu, I'm on some. Is this the same Antu? That I got to do tonight. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that information up tonight. I'm gonna see, was this the same Antu that was the wife of the first Nibiru and king? I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna have that information for y'all tomorrow. All right. Ninmah by another concubine was mothered, a half sister of the two half brothers she was. The firstborn daughter of Anu she was. By her name title, Ninmah, this was indicated. Greatly beautiful she was, full of wisdom, one quick to learn. Y'all want to see an illustration of Ninmah? Y'all want to see an illustration? Let me show y'all an illustration. Shout out for these illustrations. This is an illustration of Ninmah. Ain't she a beautiful sister? Ain't that a gorgeous sister? Man, come on, give me a blue one. I'll take a blue one right now. Nah, we don't do no mute. We remove them from the room. If we got to remove you from the room, we going to remove you. We ain't going to mute you. Because if we mute you, all you're going to do is get mad and go report. Yeah, we got to remove you from the room. We ain't going to mute you. We don't want to quiet you. We're going to remove you. It's a beautiful sister, ain't it? So yeah, the Anunnaki were different shades. That's another thing too we be trying to teach folks. What makes us all related is the 9-ether hair, okay? But our people, melanated folks, come in a lot of different shades. Green, blue, brown. We even had some that was Nordic white. A lot of times when folks hear about Nordic white, the first thing y'all think about is these pale skinned folks. I'm talking about some people that this color with this kind of hair. So we got people that's this color with this kind of hair. Okay? Don't confuse them thinking that these are the white folks. White folks hear about Nordics and they love thinking that we talking about them. Oh, we're the Nordics. No, y'all not. No, y'all not. Y'all the pale skins from this planet. So this is an illustration of Ninmah. I see why goddamn Enlil was backstabbing his brother. Now y'all see why Enlil was backstabbing his brother. Hey, what he gonna do, man? She walk around in them little old booty shorts, man. Walk around in them little old apple bottom Anunnaki shorts, man. What the hell Enlil gonna do? Thereby their offspring. Hold on, let me go back. Tough out there, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all think the Anunnaki, y'all be thinking that the Anunnaki just some dudes, just on some they just about business. Man, the Anunnaki be playing, man. They like to play. I'm telling you. That's where we get it from. Ea, as Enki was named, by Anu to espouse Ninmah was chosen. Been backdooring. Ben, my boy. Shout out to one just leaving, man. Been backdooring, I'm trying to tell you now. Ea, as Enki was then named, by Anu to espouse Ninmah was chosen, okay? So they're giving y'all the backstory. Enki was picked to marry her, okay? It was an arranged marriage. Anu had designed, had a structured for Enki to marry Ninmah, okay? Follow me. Thereby their offspring, the legal successor, hold on, let me read this over. They got the wording so mixed up. Thereby their offspring, son, the legal successor, thereafter to become Ninmah of Enlil. Okay, I don't like how they did that. Let me reread that one more time. Thereby their offspring, the son, a legal successor, thereafter to become legal successor, Ninmah of Enlil. I don't know why they got it worded like that. Enlil, a dashing commander, was enamored with Ninmah. Enlil, a dashing commander, was enamored with Ninmah. By him, she was seduced. Okay? So Enlil, he was enamored with him, but she seduced my boy. She seduced my boy. Enlil was a player. Enlil would walk around that bitch with them crease in his jeans. My dog had a nice piece on his neck, flexing. She was choosing. By him, she was seduced. Into her womb, his seed he poured. A son from Enlil's seed she bore. His name, Ninurta. So she was supposed to have a son with Enki. Instead, she cheated on Enki with his brother. By the deed was Anu angered. As punishment, he forbade Ninmah to never have a spouse. Okay? So as a result of cheating on Enki, Ninmah was punished by Anu. She was forbade to never have a spouse, meaning he forbid her to ever be married, which was an important thing in the B-Ruin culture. You know what I'm saying? If you a princess, you got to get married, okay? Any woman, all women had to be married because you had to have somebody to provide. It ain't like today, ladies, right? You can go out there and make your own money. It was one time, man, just a few years ago, women couldn't do nothing. Women had to have a husband, right? So he forbade her to be married. This was her punishment for cheating on Enki with his brother. She was forbidden to be married, okay? And this is all time. He forbid her for all time to never be married, okay? Enki, his bride-to-be, by Anu's decree, abandoned. A princess named Damkina, he instead espoused. Y'all remember Damkina was the daughter of Alalu. Okay? Damkina was the daughter of Alalu. A son, an heir to them was born. Marduk, they named him. One in pure pace, it meant. Somebody show Luna's mom the door. Y'all, we're gonna start blocking. Anytime people come up in here and start running off their mouth, like this is an open discussion, send them out, big dog. Don't send them out. They in the wrong place. So Damkina, who is the daughter of Alalu, marries Enki after he was betrayed, and they had, it ain't you just here to learn, brother. You gotta sign up for the course. This is a course. This is a private course. So if you really serious about learning, you should apply for the course. So if you're serious about learning, you should apply for the course. Otherwise, feel free to go teach yourself somewhere. But if you want to be a part of the course, you need to apply for it. So Damkina, the daughter of Alalu, gives birth to Enki's first son. Okay? Enki's first son is Marduk. Marduk, a very, very famous name. Please write that name down. Put 2 stars beside that name because he will become the most important character. Okay? Marduk will become the most important character in this Anunnaki information. Okay? The 4 most important characters, well, really it's 4 or 5. It's really 5. Okay? Marduk is the firstborn son of Enki and Damkina. Marduk is the guy that will go on to become the dude y'all know as Amun-Ra. And for Christians, they don't know this they God. For Christians, y'all don't know that who y'all been worshiping. This your God right here. You know, when y'all say y'all prayer, when y'all send y'all prayer up to God, and how y'all sign y'all prayer off at the end? Amen. That's a prayer signature. That's where you're sending your prayer to. You're sending it to Amen. Just like the Egyptians used to be like, Amen, Amen, Amen. Guys, y'all didn't know that this story, the Immaculate Conception, all of these stories come from what y'all call ancient Egypt or Kim. That's why I tell you come to class. That's why this class is so important. This is why we don't allow people to be in here that's not supposed to be in here. We don't allow people to take the course that don't pay for the course. The information is very high level. So if you respected the white man enough to give him $40,000 to teach your ass nothing, then make sure you respect me enough to sign up for my class to take my class. I ain't charging $40,000. But the white man charged your ass $40,000 and didn't teach you a damn thing. So when we say it's $75 to join the class, if that's too much for you, go back to the white man. Go pay the white man. Let's see if he'll teach you any of this shit. This is why y'all got to learn, because, you know, they never taught y'all the truth, man. Y'all just accepted what they gave you. No, this must be truth because the man at church taught this. The preacher at church taught me this. This must be the truth. No. The preacher, your preacher is not intelligent. Your preacher is not a researcher. Your preacher never in his life researched ancient history. Your preacher don't know nothing about nothing because he has never did this level of research. He just went to theology school and he regurgitated what they taught him. Marduk is Amun-Ra. That is the Christian God. I don't care how you slice it. And I could go a little bit deeper. The same God, the same Babylonian gods, Marduk, Inanna, Enlil, all of these Babylonian gods, those are the Greek gods. Because when this information was in Kim, the Greeks came and learned it from the Cometians. The Greeks took the information back and built their civilization around this information. So when they built the pantheon of Greek gods, it was based off of the pantheon of Babylonian gods and off of the Neteru. What they call the Neteru in Egyptian is the same as the Greek gods. So your Amun-Ra in Egypt is Zeus in Greek. And they worship Zeus on December 25th. Do that sound familiar? Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that they celebrate Zeus? They have a festival of Zeus called Saturnalia that they celebrate between December 17th and December 23rd. When Pope Julius I wanted to continue this pagan worship, he created this Christmas. He created Christmas and he put it on December 25th. Look it up. Pope Julius I, when he commissioned Christmas, he put it on December 25th so he could continue his worship of these pagan deities. That's why today, y'all out here talking about Jesus was born on December 25th. No, the fuck he wasn't. You're celebrating Saturnalia. And somebody can get mad. They can get mad all they want to. It's still the truth. Matter of fact, let's pull it up for 2 seconds. Uh-oh. Before the end of the 4th century, many of the traditions of Saturnalia included giving gifts, singing, lighting candles, feasting, and merry-making. Huh? Don't that sound like your Christmas? Before the end of the 4th century, many of the traditions of Saturnalia including giving gifts, singing, lighting candles, feasting, merry-making. Come on, guys. Don't that sound like your Christmas? Hold on. So let me show you. Come on. Here we go. Let's read. Read up top. The Roman festival of Saturnalia was celebrated from when? December 17th to December 23rd, a week-long celebration around the winter solstice. The festival originated from ancient agricultural rituals and was dedicated to Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture and time. Okay? Saturnalia, December 17th to December 23rd. Now watch this. Clean up on aisle 5. So watch this. December 17th to December 23rd. Right? They told you. Now read down here. Pope Julius I chose December 25th in 336 AD as the date when Christmas was first celebrated to adopt and absorb the traditions of the pagan. Do y'all see that? Huh? So there your December 25th right there. I thought y'all say y'all was worshiping God or something like that. That was God's birthday or something. God having a little birthday party. Ain't that what y'all say? It's Jesus' birthday. Who was all at Jesus' birthday? They be turned up like that? You think Jesus had a DJ at his birthday party? I can't believe we've been that stupid. It's Jesus. Them folks didn't even celebrate no fucking birthday. Them folks ain't even celebrate no damn birthdays back then. Y'all fell for that shit though. Them folks didn't even have no birthdays back then. Didn't nobody celebrate birthdays. It's December the 5th. That's Jesus' birthday. No. I do this because y'all need to go back and look at the world that you don't know nothing about. See, you be believing shit. You be believing whatever people tell you. You don't fact check it. I'm a fact checker. I don't trust your word. I'm going to go check your word. So if you want to know, guys, if you know, all these folk coming in here trying to interrupt me and want to say, ain't none of them never right. Always trying to interrupt me and tell me how the fuck to teach. But they don't understand that, hey, homie, I got a library of knowledge with me. I got a library of this knowledge with me. I studied the civilizations. I studied the archaeology. That's why I know this shit. So how could I wake up and be talking about, oh, December 20th? You know what? I let my children celebrate Christmas as a fun thing. I don't celebrate Christmas as a holiday. I don't go to church and I don't do anything spiritual or nothing like that. I let my kids have fun. Just like Halloween. I let my kids have fun because they kids. But we're not giving no religious energy to this shit. We're not giving no religious energy to none of these days. Because I know better. So, yeah, if y'all want to know more about Saturnalia, I got a video up on my page. But that's Saturnalia right there. So, your Christmas and your Easter. I gave it to you. I showed y'all Christmas, and I told y'all about Easter. I told y'all about Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess. I know it's hard. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't easy receiving this red pill. It's not easy finding out Santa Claus ain't real. It ain't easy finding out your concept of Jesus and your concept of God and all of this is off. It ain't easy finding that out. But I guarantee you can't prove it. I guarantee you can't prove your concepts. I guarantee you I can prove the shit I'm talking about. You can't get to arguing with somebody about a holiday that you didn't start. You simply celebrating a holiday. You simply partaking in it. You didn't start it. So why are you so quick to be ready to argue with somebody about a day you ain't started the day? So go do your research on where the day come from. Because see, you know what's beautiful? Y'all know what's beautiful about where we at in society? We in the age of information, baby. We in the age of information. Oh, you can find some shit out. I don't care how good it's hid. They tried to hide the fact that we was over in this land before Columbus. They tried to hide that, guys. They didn't want you to know that black folks was on this land before Christopher Columbus, before these Native Americans. They didn't want you to know that. They tried to hide it. Brothers like me went and found it. Brought it to the light. So, gang, when you in here with Chief, man, respect Chief's position. Right? Chief ain't no Rudy Poo TikToker, man. Okay? Miss me with all that shit you done learned in TikTok. It's a different level up in here. It's a much different level. Respect my space. Respect my space, respect my knowledge. Tell them one more time, Chosen King. Yeah, we do a belief. We don't do belief. You gotta know. You gotta know, man. It's the age of Aquarius, homie. It's the age of Aquarius. You got to know. All right, let's get back to the lesson. So, Marduk. You just got introduced to Marduk. Okay? Let me tell you a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about Marduk. Let me tell you a little bit about Marduk. You need to know this. Marduk is a really annoying dude, okay? But you know what you're going to find out? You're going to find out that nigga Marduk is just like his uncle Enlil. And it's funny because them the ones who going to get the fight. That's who going to do all of the big warring. It's going to be Marduk and Enlil, right? But you're going to find out that Marduk is just as annoying as Enlil, okay? So yeah, we gonna keep going. Go and write that down though. Marduk is Amen-Ra. That is your Christian God. Okay. Enlil is the Hebrew God. They go. You got two of the major religions. You got two gods of the major religions. Nanar is Allah. Okay. So you're gonna meet Nanar. Nanar is Enlil's son. Enlil got a son. Enlil got 3 sons. Enki got like 6. Enki got like 5 or 6 sons. But Nanar is Allah. Marduk is the Christian God. Enlil is the Hebrew God. And Inanna is the Hindu God. They are your 4 major religions. There were 4 gods of your 4 major religions. You get them all from right here, gang. If you learn this Anunnaki knowledge and it didn't attach all the civilizations together, if you learn this Anunnaki knowledge and you didn't learn that the Indus Valley civilization, the African civilization, that all of these civilizations are connected. The Greek civilization, all of these civilizations are connected. If you didn't come up with that, then you didn't do it right. That's what I love about this shit. It connected everything. It came together like a beautiful puzzle. Enlil is the Hebrew God. Okay, he's the God of the Hebrews. You're going to learn that. You're going to learn when you get the title chosen one, when y'all hear about God's chosen people. I'm going to explain all that to you. That's Enlil, okay? Enlil is the Hebrew God. Marduk, who is Amen-Ra, will become the Christian God. All right? Enlil had a son named Nanar, who was also named as Sin. His name was also Sin. He is Allah. He is the Islam God. And Inanna, who is Ishtar in Babylon, she is the Hindu god. She's known as Shiva, Kali in Hindu, in the Indus Valley civilization. All right? These I'm just planting seeds. Don't get too caught up on that. I'm just planting seeds right now. Okay? We're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of it. Ea, his bride-to-be, Anu's decree abandoned. A princess named Damkina he instead espoused. A son an heir to them was born. Marduk, they named him. One in pure pace, it meant. As for Enlil, a son not by a spousal he had, a spouse by his side to be he did not have. Okay, so Enlil got a son for Ninmah, that's Ninurta, but he don't got a wife. Okay, because Enlil is a player for life. He a player. It was on earth, not on the Nibiru, that Enlil became espoused. We go get to that later. They say that Enlil, it is on earth, not on the Nibiru, that Enlil found his wife. Okay? So we're about to get into how Enlil got his wife. And I must say, this is a really weird way to get a wife. Okay? So it's a really horrible way to get a wife. Okay, I'm finna explain to y'all how Enlil got a wife, all right? On earth, it was summer. It was summertime on earth, hot as a motherfucker. On earth, it was summer. To his abode in the cedar forest, Enlil retreated. Enlil like to go to his abode in the cedar forest because it's cool. It's got all the trees and all the shade. It's nice. Okay, he ain't got to be down there in the hot sun down there in Africa with Enki. Enki down there bitch in the hot sun, mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Enlil up in the nice shaded tree area. Okay, on earth it was summer. To his abode in the cedar forest, Enlil retreated. In the cedar forest, Enlil was walking in the cool of the day. In a cool mountain stream, some of Ninmah's young ones to the landing place assigned were bathing. So I'm going to line it up. We got Enlil taking a walk. And what do he walk upon? Some little Anunnaki women bathing buck naked. Enlil like, ooh, we out here to lick. Thank you. Enlil out here excited. And in a cool mountain stream, some of Ninmah's young ones to the landing place assigned were bathing. By the beauty and grace of one, Sud was her name. Enlil was enchanted. All right. So one of the young nurses, Enlil saw one of the young nurses, and he fell head over heels for her. He was enchanted by her beauty. To his cedarwood abode, Enlil invited her. That nigga don't waste no time. I thought, man, that nigga Enlil player. He don't waste no time. Like, someone Enlil meet a woman, he like, hey, you wanna come check out my crib? I just put some new blinds up. You wanna come see him? That boy, he gonna invite that woman to his house if he don't do nothing else. To his cedarwood abode, Enlil invited her. He said, come, partake with me in the elixir of Nibiru's fruit that grew here. So to her he said, my boy, I got that drink on deck. He told her, hey, come up here. I got the yak. I got some yak, baby. Okay, I got the yak. We just made this yak. Okay, come up here and get some of this yak. Okay. Sud walked into Enlil's abode. The elixir in a cup to her, Enlil presented. Sud drank. Enlil drank too. To her, Enlil of intercourse was speaking. Boy, don't waste no time. Man, gave the woman one drink and was like, can you take them drawers off? After one drink, Enlil, baby, can you pull them drawers off? I got to have it. So Sud, Enlil speaks to her of intercourse. Unwilling was Sud. She told Enlil, my vagina is too little. It knows not copulation to Enlil, she was saying. Now, this was what broke my heart. So this, whatever this is, this is a little girl, young girl, whatever she is. So she tell Enlil, hey, man, I can't sit on that thing, man. I'm too little. I'm little. Okay, I ain't that big down there. All right, I can't put that thing inside my body. All right, but Enlil don't take no for an answer. To her, Enlil of kissing was speaking. Unwilling was Sud. Okay, so she didn't want to kiss him. She didn't want him to be inside of her. She said, my lips are too small. They don't know kissing. To Enlil, she was saying. Enlil laughed, ha ha ha, and embraced her. He laughed and he kissed her. His semen into her womb he poured. Enlil, you no longer a player. You just lost all your player points, Enlil. You just essayed this woman. You just took advantage of this little sister. Enlil, you are no longer a player, my brother. You are a grapist. You are a grapist. So Enlil graped a young lady. He graped her, took advantage of her. He poured his semen into her womb. To Ninmah, Sud's commander, the immoral deed was reported. So she ran right to Ninmah. Ninmah, he raped me, right? And now, you know, I'm going to tell y'all something. Now, Ninmah going to be pissed off. Ninmah going to be pissed off for two reasons. For one reason, she had feelings for this nigga Enlil. Even though she couldn't marry him because she was forbidden to marry him, you got to remember this her baby daddy. Right? It's her baby daddy. And even though they can't be married, they still messing with each other, right? So imagine if this your old man, you down here happy to see your old man, and then he done graped one of your workers, one of the little girls that work for you. Okay? So you can imagine how mad she gonna be. She said, Enlil, you dirty bitch. Nigga, you ain't no good. It should have been you, not I knew. Where Alalu at when you need him? Where is Alalu at when you need him? Okay? So she mad. This nigga done cheated on her and took advantage of one of her nurses. Okay? So now she turned into Big Mama. She gotta protect the little girl. Enlil, immoral one, for your deed, judgment you shall face. So did Ninmah to Enlil in anger say. In the presence of 50 Anunnaki, the 7 who judge were assembled. So here we go. Shit, even Enlil ain't too big to have to face trial. So it tells you the Anunnaki was a civilized society because even the high-ranking members of the civilization could be held accountable for what they do. You understand? You would think Enlil would be able to get away with this. You would think that, okay, hey man, I'm a king. I'm a commander. I can do what I want to do. But this is not allowed. You ain't supposed to take advantage of no woman. You ain't supposed to force yourself on no woman. So he about to be judged for what he did. Okay? 7 who judge on Enlil a punishment decreed. Let Enlil from all cities be banished to a land of no return. Let him be exiled. Okay, so they ain't gonna kill him. They can't kill him. You couldn't kill him because he's still the king's son. So they decided to exile him. Okay, they're gonna send him away in exile. Now, let's go back. Let's stop. Do y'all remember when they was removing? Do y'all remember when they was removing the nukes from Alalu's ship? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember they was removing the nukes from Alalu's ship because that's about to come back up. Put a 1 if you remember when they removed the nukes from his ship. Remember they hid them? And Enki said only me and you know where they at, right? He told Alagar. He told Abgail, he said, only me and you know where these things are hid. Okay? So they about to send Enlil to exile. Now, the very person that's about to take Enlil to his exile is the same person who went with Enki to bury the nukes. For some reason, this guy felt like he owed it to Enlil to tell him, right? So I'm assuming this was one of his subordinates that was under his command. So Abigail is about to tell Enlil where they are hiding the weapons of terror. Okay. Now the beauty in this is this ain't gonna come up again to the end of the course. Almost to the end of the course, this is gonna come up. Okay, so write that down. Now Enlil knows where the nukes are hidden. Okay, because that's gonna come up at the end. They fought a nuclear war here, guys. They fought a nuclear war here on this planet. So you're gonna need to know that Enlil actually found out right here where the nukes are hidden. 200,000 years later, Enki gonna think that they still in the same place. Enki gonna be thinking that don't nobody know where the nukes are hidden. But Enlil already knew. And he held that secret for 200-some thousand years. Okay? In a sky chamber, they made Enlil leave the landing place. Abigail was his pilot. To a land of no return, Enlil was taken, never to return. In the sky chamber, the two of them journeyed. To another land was their direction. There, amidst forbidding mountains, at a place of desolation, Abigail landed the sky chamber. This is your place of exile, he said to Enlil. Not perchance have I chosen it, to Enlil he was saying. A secret of Enki in it is hidden. In the nearby cave, Enki hid the 7 weapons of terror. From Alalu's celestial chariot, he had them removed. Take these weapons, Enlil, into your possession. With the weapons, your freedom to attain. So Abigail was on some fuck shit. Okay, so I'm assuming that Abigail was one of his subordinates, whoever was in his command, because Abigail basically told him to take the nukes and free yourself, right? Basically go and attack Enki, right? But Enlil wasn't on that time, okay? But he did always remember where the nukes were hidden. I don't know who the fuck this is trying to come in the box, but you in the wrong place. We're going to set you down and we're going to walk you out, because I don't know where you think you at. I don't know where you think you at, but we don't do none of that up in here, guys. This is my class, guys. This is not a TikTok discussion. If y'all looking for a debate room, if y'all looking for a panel discussion, that's over that way. This is my class. So I suggest you get some information on what we do here and why we do it before you try to think you can just come on the panel and speak and all of that shit. This is a classroom. I'm the professor, these my people, okay? So please abide by it. If you can't abide by it, you can go to another room. That's all. Try to learn the rules. Try to learn the rules of a room before you start thinking. Start trying to do your own thing in here. Okay. We got rules and regulations in this room, guys. And to be a part of this course, you have to apply for the course. You got to sign up for the course. You got to pay for the course, and we'll allow you in here. But for all the people that think that they can just come in this motherfucker every day, I can show you very easily what we do to people who think that they can just come in here and post up. Okay? I'm being nice today. If you want to be in here with us, if you want to join us, join. Matter of fact, let's clear the room, because I don't know, man. It might be some people in here hating on the live. It might be some people in here. So let me clear this room right quick. There's like too many folks up here. We don't see these folks' names popping up, gifting or nothing. So we're going to remove some people out of the live right quick. I don't see y'all gifting shit, so, you're already in the wrong place. Let me get some of these folks out of here, man. Like I say, I don't know what other people are doing on TikTok, but we built an exclusive space for to do what we do. And it's a reason why we do everything the way we do it. I don't need nobody in here thinking that this is my first rodeo. I've been doing this shit. We know everything about TikTok. We know how to operate on TikTok, how to move on TikTok. I don't need no advice. I don't need no help. My room is an exclusive room. It's a course member only room. If you want to be a part of the course, you can join the course. If you don't want to join the course, you can move yourself out. Simple as that. Simple as that. And for anybody that's thinking, oh, he's being mean, well, what you don't understand is when we tried to be nice, we had folks in here disrupting our class. We had folks in here reporting our live, getting our live taken down. And that's that's discomforting for the people that enjoy this information. Okay? So what I'm not going to allow is for randoms to be in here. The only people that need to be in here is people who have valued the course. If you have valued the course by signing up for it, by paying for it, this is for you. If that's not you, you don't need to be in here. We don't know who you are. You could be an agent. You could be, I don't know who you are. So show the love. Sign up for the course if you want to be a part of it. If not, I don't need no followers. I don't need no followings. I got enough people following me. I got 14,000 people on one page, 12,000 on another. I don't need another follow. Okay? Show the love. Sign up for the course if you want to be a part of it. Goddamn gifts is a half a penny. You got folks who sit up in here, want to sit up in here and will watch you read for 4 fucking hours and they won't even give a half a penny. This is why we be kicking these people out, man. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And like, so, you know, if you want this information, respect the course, value the course. All right? And listen, guys, that message is for the orphans that's in here. For all the people that's not a part of the course, that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to these people that's not a part of the course. That's who I'm letting know. They need to sign up. They need to come, do just like y'all did. They need to sign up, pay for the course, and we're going to bring them in. We want new members. I want some new energy in here, but you got to do it the right way. It be too many people on TikTok that feel like, oh, I ain't paying for that. I ain't doing that. Okay, well, get the fuck out of here. What you doing in here? I ain't asked you to come here. It must be valuable to you if you in here. A secret of Enki to Enlil did he reveal. Then from the secret place, Abigail departed. Enlil alone was left there. In the Eden, Sud to Ninmah was speaking. By Enlil's seed, I am pregnant. A child of Enlil in my womb has been conceived. That boy got a baby on the way. That boy got a baby on the way. Ninmah, Sud's words to Enki conveyed. The Lord of the earth he was. On earth he was supreme. Did y'all hear that? Y'all hear what they just called Enki? The Lord of the earth. Okay? That means the supreme commander on the earth. This has nothing to do with it's not in association with God. He's a royal family member. Royal family members are called lords and ladies. Okay? They summoned Sud before 7 who judge. Will you take Enlil as your spouse? They asked her. Words of consent she uttered. The words by Abigail to Enlil in his exile were conveyed. So basically what then happened is the girl got pregnant from Enlil graping her. You know what I'm talking about, R-A-P-I-N-G. So Enlil forced himself on her. The girl got pregnant, okay? And so now, in the Beruin culture, a woman who is with child must have a husband, okay? So unfortunately, they had to come to Sud and ask her, would she be willing to marry Enlil? Okay, just imagine how tough that's got to be. You gotta marry the dude who just sexually assaulted you, right? For all my sisters in here, put your feet in Sud's shoes. Couldn't imagine how horrible that is. Dude done forced himself on you, and now you got to go and marry the nigga. On top of that, you got to carry his baby. Now, let me say something right quick. This is the only time that I support, the process of abortion. If a woman is sexually assaulted, if a woman is impregnated against her will, then I support abortion off top. But I don't support this shit when you out here carelessly having sex and then you get pregnant, and because you can't afford to take care of the baby, now you want to kill it. I ain't with that shit. Because your ass ain't got no business having sex. It's a reason why when they decreed, they said that a man and woman supposed to engage in sex on a wed night. You're supposed to be already married, know the person you with. So yeah, now I'm not, and these politicians keep trying to push this election into this zone where it's all about abortion. Man, I don't give a fuck about no abortion. Somebody gonna ask me, don't you care about your wife and your daughter? And I say, my wife ain't gonna have no abortion and my daughter ain't have no abortion. Damn, why the hell would I need to care about that? Abortion is for somebody that's been forced. If you've been forced, I'm all for it. But this other shit that's being careless and engaging in sex and then wanting to run from your responsibility, I'm not with that. Okay? But unfortunately, this young sister had to be forced to into this pregnancy and marriage. To espouse Sud, Enlil from his exile was returned. All right, so they let Enlil come back. So Enlil coming back now because he got to marry Sud. By that did Enki and Ninmar to him give a pardon. So they pardoned Enlil to come back so he could marry Sud. Enlil's official spouse, Sud, was declared. On her, the name title, Ninlil, Lady of the Command, was bestowed. Okay, this is how she got the name Ninlil. Okay, wife of Enlil, Ninlil. See, these are the titles. For the dude that was saying that Un is a title, no, that's his name. They give you a name and then they give you a celestial name. Okay? So everybody's got their original name and then you have a celestial name. Thereafter to Ninlil and Enlil, another son was born. A son was born. Nanar, the bright one, Ninlil named her. Remember I told y'all Nanar is the Islam god? Thereafter to Ninlil and Enlil, a son was born. Nanar, the bright one, Ninlil named him. He was the first of the Anunnaki on earth to be, conceived. He was the first of the Anunnaki on earth to be conceived. Okay, if you want to write that note down. Nanar was the first earth-born Anunnaki. Nanar. Let me write it down too, even though I remember it. It's always good to take a note. Nanar was the first earth-born Anunnaki, okay? And it sounds just like it's spelled, Nan-nar. He's the first earth-born Anunnaki son, second-born son of Enlil. Okay? All right, so Nanar, first earthborn, that's the second son of Enlil to Sud and Enlil, okay? One of Nibiru's royal seed on an alien planet to be born. It was after that Enki to Ninmah was speaking. Come be with me in the Absu. In the midst of the Abzu, in a place of pure waters, an abode I have established. With a bright metal, silver is its name. It is embellished. Okay? So Enki done built an abode that's he's basically used silver to embellish it. Okay, so this must be a beautiful structure. Okay, it's laid in silver. All right. So check this out. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on. So y'all remember Ninmah loved Enlil. Ninmah had love for Enlil. But Ninmah just had to watch her side piece or her baby daddy have a baby with another woman. Okay, so she hurt right now, right? Ninmah hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? If you was a woman and you just had to watch the nigga that you got love for have a baby with another woman and be married to that woman and she can be married to him, you can't even marry the nigga. And she get to marry him and have his baby. So Ninmah was kind of hurt right now, right? So Enki looks over at Ninmah while she kind of sad, and he say, hey baby, come be with me in the Abzu. Okay, come here. Hey baby, dry your eyes, baby. I still got love for you. Come here, come over here. I got a crib. I just built this crib in the Abzu. Come check it out. I want you to come see it, all right? In the midst of the Abzu, in a place of pure waters, an abode I have established. With a bright metal, silver is its name, it is embellished. With a deep blue stone, where my sister D-Lynn at? D-Lynn, where you at? D-Lynn, if you in the building, put a 5 in the chat. I got something for you right quick. Check this out, D-Lynn. Where my sister at? Well, check this out, D-Lynn. With a bright metal, silver, its name, it is embellished. With a deep blue stone, lapis lazuli, it is adorned. There we go. That lapis, man. Shout out to D-Lynn, man. Told you that lapis, okay? Get your lapis lazuli bracelets, gang. Tap in with our sister, because I told y'all that's an ancient stone. That's how we connected, because I was like, I said something about lapis lazuli. She said, I make bracelets out of that. I said, oh, that's an ancient stone. That's a very historic stone, okay? And they're going to talk more about these stones. They call them the precious, yeah, exactly, Heaven Year, right on. They call it the precious 60 stones of Zamush, okay? So y'all gonna learn about the precious 60 stones of Zamush as well, all right? So big shout out to our sister, man, rocking that lapis lazuli. Come, Ninmah, be with me. Your adoration of Enlil abandoned. That boy Enki ain't playing. Enki say, come on, Ninmah. Come hang with a real player. Fuck Enlil. That's basically what he just said. Come be with me. Fuck that nigga Enlil. Enlil ain't no good. You see how he dogged you out. You see how he dogged you out. Now come be with a real player. That's what you need to do. Come, Ninmah, be with me. Your adoration of Enlil abandoned. To the Abzu, to the abode of Enki, Ninmah then journeyed. Enki there to her words of love spoke. Okay, so Enki back in love, man. They got Enki in the building, man. Look at Enki that popped up in the chat. Oh, Enki that popped up in the chat. What's happening, Ink? The Anunnaki be tapping in. Let's just hope Alalu don't pop up in this bitch. That's all. I just don't want to see Alalu. I don't care who come in here. I don't want to see no Alalu. Him or his nasty mouth. Of how for each other intended sweet words to her he whispered. You are still my beloved to her, he said, caressing. Y'all hear that boy Enki? Enki over there bitch trying to be Rico Suave. Enki said, you are still my love. I still love you, baby. Enki finna put on some of that Teddy Pendergrass, man. Enki finna put on that Teddy P. Turn off the lights and light a candle. Ooh. Okay, so Enki in here, Enki trying to put the game down. Enki say, hey man, I still love you. Hey, you still beautiful to me. I still want you to be my baby mama. Okay? He embraced her. Here come the erotic novel. Here come that erotic novel. I told y'all, man. He embraced her. He kissed her. She caused his phallus to water. Ooh, Lord have mercy, they freaky. She caused his phallus to water. Lord, that boy is excited. That boy is excited. He done blew his load. She ain't do nothing but kiss him, and he done blew his load already. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. This don't happen all the time. This don't happen all the time. It's a mistake. Enki poured his semen into the womb of Ninmah. Give me a son. Give me a son, he cried out. I told you. Enki trying to have a baby tonight. Enki say, give me a son. Wow, man, and he was in it screaming, give me a son. Right? She took the semen into her womb. The semen of Enki impregnated her. 1 day of Nibiru was a month of earth. Did y'all just hear that shit? Did y'all just hear that? 1 day on Nibiru is a month on earth. Goodness gracious. 1 day is equivalent to a month. So by the time a baby on Nibiru, when a baby on Nibiru is 12 days old, when you're a 12-day-old baby on Nibiru, a baby on Earth already walking around, already almost 2 years old, almost 1 year old. That's crazy. Told y'all that time frame shit is, 1 day. Earth. I had to write that note down right quick. Okay. 1 day of Nibiru was a month of Earth for her. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days of Nibiru, like months of Earth. They were 5 and 6, 7 and 8 days of months were completed. The 9th count of motherhood was completed. Ninmah was in travail. Okay, we got the 9th month. We got a birth coming. To a child she gave birth. The newborn was a female. She gave birth to a little girl. Enki said, give me a son. Let's see how you gonna act. On the banks of the river in the Abzu, a daughter to Enki and Ninmah was born. Enki, by a daughter, was disappointed. Ninmah said to him, kiss the young one. To him, Ninmah said. Kiss the young one, Enki to his vizier Izimud said. So Enki was mad that he didn't have a son, right? And Ninmah said, you better kiss this baby. This is my little girl. You better kiss her. Enki say, a son I desire. A son by my half-sister I must have. Again, he kissed Ninmah. By her loins, he grabbed. Wait a minute, Enki, that girl ain't even healed up. God damn. Now that girl just had this baby. She ain't even healed up. Man, let that girl heal up, man. He already owned her again. Again, he kissed Ninmah. By her loins, he grabbed her by the coochie. His semen into her womb he poured. That Freaky Inky. Now y'all gonna know why we call him Freaky Inky. Freaky Inky. That woman ain't healed up. He backing at me. Got to give her a few months, dog. Lisa, got to give her at least a couple months, man. Again, she was with child. Again, a daughter to Enki she bore. Okay, 2 times, 2 daughters. So Enki pissed off now. A son by you I must have, Enki to her cried out. Ninmah he kissed again for the 3rd time. Lord have mercy. Thereupon Ninmah he kissed again. Ninmah against Enki a cursing titter. Okay, so Ninmah put a curse on this nigga. She tired of this shit, okay? Ninmah say, nigga, I'm not finna let you get me pregnant again. You don't appreciate the 2 girls we already got. You ain't finna get me pregnant again. So Ninmah put a curse on him. Ninmah against Enki a cursing titter. Whatever food he ate was poison in his innards. His jaw hurt, his tooth hurt, his ribs were hurt. So she basically, I don't think she put a curse on. I think she put some poison in his food, okay? Izimu, the Anunnaki summoned. To Ninmah for relief, they were pleading. So Izimu, who is Enki's right-hand man, is begging Ninmah, please help my boy out. Don't do my boy like that. Go and give him the antidote, please. To distance himself from Ninmah's vulva, Enki raised an arm and swore. So she basically told this nigga, you swear by oath that you ain't gonna try to lay in between my legs again. Okay? He had to promise that he wasn't gonna get her pregnant again or else. Okay? So Ninmah wasn't playing. One by one, she removed his ailments. From her curse, Enki was freed. So she had put a little voodoo on that boy. She had put a little hoodoo on him. To the Eden, Ninmah returned, never to be espoused. Anu's command was fulfilled. To earth, Enki, his spouse Damkina, with their son Marduk, was summoned. Now, see, that's why Enki was around here acting like that, because his wife wasn't down there yet. See what I'm saying? Enki ain't no good either. Enki ain't, I like Enki, but Enki a dog-ass nigga too. Enki's wife was on the Biru. So he down here freaking. He down here humping around like Bobby Brown, okay? But now she on her way to the earth, and he got to put all that shit on hold. But wife coming, dog. Nikki, Lady of Earth, the title she was granted. By her and by concubines, Enki had 5 more sons, okay? So you remember, Enki already got 1 son. So he got 6 sons total. So if you want to write that down, you can write that down. Enki got 6 sons total. His firstborn was Marduk. Marduk was born on the Biru, okay? Damkina is his mama. And these other kids, some of these kids are from Damkina, some of them are from concubines, okay? By her and by concubines, Enki had 5 more sons. These were their names. Nergal and Jibal, Ninegal and Ningazita, and the youngest was Dumuzi, okay? All of these names are important, but the most important of these names are Nergal, Ningazita, and Dumuzi, okay? Nergal, we're going to learn why his name is important toward the end. Ningazita is the most important name because that is Thoth. If y'all ever heard of Thoth, the Atlantean, his real name is Ningazita. Thoth is the name he would be given later, okay? And Dumuzi was the baby boy, okay? Dumuzi was Enki's baby boy. And because of Dumuzi, a war is going to break out between the Anunnaki families because something is going to happen to Dumuzi that causes this war to break out, okay? So that's coming up later. But Enki had 6 sons, okay? Nergal, Jibble, Nenagal, Ningazita, and Dumuzi. To earth, Enlil and Ninmah, their son Ninurta, summoned. Okay, so here we got Ninurta coming to the earth, and we got Marduk coming to the earth. You got to remember, Enlil's firstborn is Ninurta. He coming to earth. Enki's firstborn is Marduk. He coming to earth. Okay? These are 2 cousins, but they gonna battle. These are 2 first cousins, but they gonna battle. Okay? By his spouse, Ninlil, did Enlil have 1 more son. A full brother to Nanar. Ishkur was his name, okay? So Enlil and Sud had another child. This is their 3rd one. So you got Ninurta, firstborn to Enlil. Nanar, secondborn to Enlil. Ishkur, thirdborn to Enlil, okay? And he got a cool little celestial name. His name is Doo-Doo, okay? That's his celestial name. Ishkur, a.k.a. Doo-Doo, okay? For real, like D-U-D-U, doo-doo. Y'all got to know this is where black folks get these nicknames from, man. Y'all, this is where the nickname system come from, guys. The nickname system come from the Anunnaki. 3 sons in all did Enlil have. None by concubines were they born. Okay, so Enlil, one of Enlil's flex, Enlil say, at least I ain't got no hoes pregnant. I ain't got nobody from the whole house pregnant. 2 clans were established on earth. Their rivalries to wars did lead. Okay, did y'all hear that? So now check it out. You got Enki and his family. You got Enki and his sons are here. You got Enlil and his sons are here. Enlil's sons and Enki's sons. It's gonna lead to wars. Okay? They're gonna clash. Okay, well, this is a good place to stop. This is a good stopping place right there. That's a good stopping place right there, okay? So on earth, we got the families are here. We've got abodes have been built. We've got gold being mined. They're getting the gold out the ground. They're shipping the gold. Okay, so everything is up and running now. Okay? So when we get back tomorrow, we'll be dealing with some of the first revolts, right? Remember I told y'all these people that they call fallen angels were disgruntled workers? You finna see it tomorrow for your own self. You're gonna see that these dudes were unhappy with the conditions on earth. They were unhappy with the working conditions. These guys were like, hey, I want to go back home. I'm tired of being down here. I've been down here for thousands of years. I want to go back home. And this is what's going to lead to revolts, okay? A lot is going to be coming out over these next couple days, all right? So get ready, man. I hope y'all be in the building. I hope y'all in here every day. Now, I don't know what y'all got going on Halloween. I am going to have class on Halloween, okay? Because my wife and my sister-in-law is going to be with the kids. They're going to take the kids trick-or-treat and all that. So I will be having class on Halloween. If you know you're not going to be here, for Halloween, let me know. And I will make sure I can try to back up that class so you can get it the next day or whenever you get some time to sit down and watch it, okay? But yeah, man, shout out to everybody. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all really showed out today. I'm just going to go and keep it real. Y'all are my best class. I done had 4 classes. Y'all are by far my best class of yet. Best. Y'all are attentive. Y'all are intelligent. Y'all value the class. Y'all heap a lot of value upon the class. I am incredibly grateful for my group, for my people, okay? So big shout out to y'all. Appreciate all the love. If anybody got any questions, okay, if you got any questions, this will be the time to get your questions in. if you're interested in joining our course, if you want to be a part of our team, our family, make sure you hit me up, message me, send me a message, and I'll send you the information, okay?